Hi, it's Missy again. Okay, I have to show you, of course, the differences between the three American Girl dolls that you see before you. I know you've seen this setting in a couple of my other videos, but there are differences, and of course, I'm sure you're wondering what they are. Of course, in the 1980s, white body doll, self-explanatory. They have a white body. They have the light brown hair, the light curly brown eyelashes. I don't have one to show you. You can go on YouTube and find another video, of course, of those dolls. Many collectors have tutorials based on the differences between the dolls too. But I want to show you the main differences, especially when you want to purchase these dolls, if you're looking for a particular doll from a certain era, what to look for. The first one I'm going to start with is one on the left. She's from the early 1990s. She comes with a light tan body, light brown hair, long hair, as you can see, all the way down, right to the end of the cloth body. She also has the light brown curly eyelashes. Like I said, she's much like the white bodied doll, except she has that tan body. And everyone loves, of course, this long hair, great for styling. She has flat neck cords. Okay, they're not rounded. She will also have Pleasant Company written across her neck, and it's going to be curved. It's not going to be straight like the later dolls have. Another difference too is her seam. A pre-Mattel doll is going to have a straight seam, and I'm going to show you a Mattel doll. Their seam is a little different. Okay, they're going to have like this triangle kind of deal. Okay, so that's a Mattel doll. That means that your doll is from the 2000s. And as you can see, her neck cords are thick. They're an actual cord, whereas the older doll, it's flat. So I don't know if you can kind of see that. So, but anyway, and long neck cords, of course, are a plus with these dolls. And as you can see, her hair on a Mattel doll is really dark. It's almost black. Her eyelashes are not curly. They're these black, rough lashes. Now, if I can grab a later 1990s doll, her hair is medium to dark brown. I'll show you this doll again. Okay, this one's light brown. This is darker. And then, of course, the latest doll is the darkest. Okay. And then her eyelashes are also that dark brown, but they're softer than her eyelashes. Her eyelashes are very hard, very rough. Now, of course, you can't feel the doll in an eBay auction, but this is if you find the doll at a sale where you can physically touch the doll and look at the doll. Please find a seller that will be willing to take pictures of the front, back of the dolls and be able to explain some of this stuff for you, so that way you can kind of tell. There are a lot of sellers out there that do not know the differences between American Girl dolls. There's a lot of sellers out there who don't even know that they have an American Girl doll. If you plug in 18-inch dolls, sometimes you can find American Girl dolls that they're trying to sell, and you know, they misdescribe them or mistitle them and so forth. But those, of course, you can get the best deals on. Another thing that you want to pay attention to, well, I said that the back has that Pleasant Company. You can also see on these older dolls there's an artist's mark. I don't know if you can see this, but it would be behind her right ear. It's actually right where my finger is, and I know you can't see this, but an artist's mark was used from the 1980s to the early 1990s, and then it was lost in the later 1990s. So that's also another way that you can see how old your doll is. Another thing is her hair. If you see, there's these little hairs. That was made by the company. Her hair was not cut by anybody. That was made by the company. Now, if you look at this doll, the Mattel doll, you don't have those little hairs. It's a nice, even cut. As you can see, it still says Pleasant Company. It's straight across, smaller lettering. The older the doll, the bigger the lettering is of Pleasant Company. Now on her, she also has Pleasant Company, but that's straight across again. It's kind of a little bit different. She does not have the artist mark, but the later 1990s doll, let me see if I could show you this. They also do not have the little hairs, okay? They're also cut straight across. So you just can kind of tell a little bit about that. Like I said, the older the doll, the lighter they are, especially this one, she has such a big difference between this one. You know, and then of course you don't get to see these dolls next to each other, so it gets a little tricky when I do my sales or watch other people's sales on eBay. I'll actually try to take a picture or the doll and try to compare them, but of course people's coloring and their camera and so forth and the lighting that they're taking the pictures in, it's difficult. I mean, when I bought these two dolls, I actually thought that they were the same until I got them and I realized, oh, I got a Mattel doll. So you really have to pay attention to the differences of, like I said, the seam. Like I said, Mattel is only going to come with that triangle. And, you know, I haven't found a Mattel doll that comes with a complete meat outfit. I've only seen them come with different outfits. I don't know, like I said, I'm just a beginning collector. I don't know if they didn't come with a meat outfit. I know very much that the 1980s and 1990s dolls did come with a meat outfit, just like this. So that's also something to be aware of. Also, you can tell that the dolls kind of have like different style, different shaped faces as they go and get older. Actually, if you've ever seen a doll, the dress doesn't look like it fits the body. The older the doll, the thinner and smaller they are. Actually, a 1980s doll was only 17 inches, even though it was classified as an 18-inch doll. So if you can have the seller take the measurements, that would be great too, because a Mattel doll is actually 18 inches. I don't know if I could stand them next to each other, but okay. So if I stand them next to each other, this doll is actually taller than this doll by like half an inch or maybe a quarter of an inch. So you have to realize that too. Also, these Mattel dolls are very thick in the waist, so their clothes are bigger and they look gappy on a doll like this, whereas a doll, if I had her original dress, it would be so tight on this doll, it would look very unproportionate. That's why it's very detrimental that you buy the meat outfit with the doll. And that's why they're also more valuable with their original clothing too, because you know what, the clothes will fit the doll. But sometimes you can tell if they change the clothing, if it fits or not. So she has a medium waist, the older doll has a thinner waist, and then of course the Mattel doll has a thicker waist. And also another thing that you could tell is the face. You can, I can't squeeze this. Very, very hard plastic. It doesn't even feel like vinyl. It feels like hard plastic. This doll, you can squeeze it a little, but it's really hard to do. On an older doll, the vinyl is softer. You can actually feel it's soft. You can also really squeeze the doll. There's like hardly anything there to squeeze. 1980s doll, white body dolls would be the same. You can really squeeze their face. So, but that's as many of the differences I know of. There's probably more. You can go out, like I said, on YouTube, find other people who are collectors who collect these dolls. They can really tell you all the differences. Even the eye color changes. This one's lighter, this one's darker. But it's kind of hard to tell because, of course, I didn't dress these dolls so they look exactly like each other. So, but yeah, hair length, big plus. Of course, it can't quite tell if somebody cut their hair. Like I said in another video, please do not buy a doll that has the haircut, especially these older ones, because if you send it into the American Girl Doll Hospital, they'll just replace the head, and you can re-wig the doll, but you would have to find the correct wig color and whatnot too, and it's just, it would make your life a whole lot easier if you just go and buy the doll with uncut hair. If it's not styled, no big deal. You can restyle it. Sometimes you can get a little bit of a curly hair, but oh, another thing, the neck strings are really long on this doll. If you look at the neck strings over here, they're shorter. Of course, you can't quite tell, but they are shorter here. So, but they weren't cut. It's just how they were. So, there you go. That's all the differences. Please stay tuned to my blog in order to figure out how to maintain, restyle your doll's hair, and also learn other tips and tricks for buying your dolls on eBay. So, that's all for now. Thanks. Bye.